with Albert Ojwang's autopsy report clearly indicating that he was murdered, with the Inspector General of Police having looked Kenyans in their face and lied to them. Do you honestly believe this is the right time for President William Samoei Ruto to sack them, or they should both render their resignations? Listen, from where I sit, I strongly believe it's now time that President William Samoei Ruto should just suspend David Langat, because the more he waits is the more public pressure could be mounting, and the timing of this public outrage is completely wrong, because guess what? The Finance Bill 2025 is way much nearer, and this is simply to mean one step mistake could spark massive demos than they did expect. Why I strongly believe that this is the right time for President William Samoei Ruto to suspend David Langat is because by holding him in office, it will bring some institutional damage control. We are all aware David Langat, being the complainant against Albert Ojwang's death, this is directly putting a dent to the whole police service. And in fact, we are currently heading, or we are already to the days when Kenyans could be more safer on the hands of thugs than they are in the hands of policemen. Another reason why I strongly believe David Langat should just be suspended is strictly based on his historical pattern. Because with Albert Ojwang's death, Kenyans have gotten to learn that there are several allegations piled up against David Langat, who has been involved in multiple multi-million shillings extortion. And if such allegations are given credence, then I kid you not, Albert's case remains not an isolated incident to this charlatan. However, by President William Samoei Ruto acting quick and fast on David Langat's case, while this controversy is still fresh, I kid you not, he will be able to contain it and prevent it from escalating. Because if President William Samoei Ruto decides to act on it as early as yesterday, he would have automatically demonstrated that his government is fully committed to police accountability, thus potentially restoring public trust to the relevant institutions. If President William Samoei Ruto would have acted quick and fast by suspending David Langat, he would also have directly countered the whole controversy from getting any international attention. and organization like the human rights group like Amnesty International. But by him delaying, I kid you not, it's already gone international. But having said all this, the only problem that I foresee is if President William Samoei Ruto fails to act today, this controversy could metastasize into broader questions lingering his entire administration due to police violence. And it is in fact less than 1 year ago, a time like this, June last year, that the same police were greatly involved in killing in killing hundreds of the Gen Z during the Reject Finance Bill 2024, a time like this last year. And that case being still fresh in our minds, today here we are. The police are still getting involved in killings in cold blood, instead of them being the ones to protect citizens. Guess what? They are the ones directly getting involved in killing the same people to whom they ought to be protecting. In fact, let me remind you this. We are getting at a time when Kenyans are much safer on the hands of thugs than they are safer on the hands of policemen. How I wish that President William Samoei Ruto should just call them to order. And as I come to the penultimate part of this episode, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well. Just feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, you can as well. Just consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you and may God bless you.